Hello everyone, it's Ms. Bond here again, looking at a few more logical fallacies, just ending up with the fallacies of insufficiency, that of hasty generalization and circular reasoning. Remember, there are more fallacies that fall under this category, but I'm only going to be focusing on those two today. So a hasty generalization takes on the form of A is a part of B. A has some quality X. And so therefore, B also has that same quality. We see this framework working, and just so you know, if you hear some weird sounds, that's just a track team practicing. So in any case, you see these types of fallacies, hasty generalization, nearly all the time in the use of stereotypes where you have insufficient data to support whatever your claim happens to be. If you look at the bottom, you have men aren't sensitive enough to be daycare providers. Why? Because you have two uncles who aren't very good at handling children. They're very rough and tumble. But that is not the case for all men in general, and so you can't make that type of hasty generalization. Same thing with the opposite, where women are too emotional to fight in combat. Every woman is not a crier. Every woman is not a caregiver. We assume certain things, but this is not necessarily always the case. Another example that we have is that you can look at Chester as being a cat. So A is a part of B. In this instance, A is Chester, and being a cat is what A is a part of. Now, A has this type of certain quality. In this instance, it's having no tail is our quality. Now, I've used this one instance of this one cat who does not have a tail to say that all cats have no tail. And therefore all cats are tailless. Now, we obviously know that is not the case, and not every hasty generalization is just this simple. However, suffice it to say that a hasty generalization is one, you're in a rush. You come to a conclusion too quickly without enough evidence to support it. So avoid that, please. Please. The last type that I'm going to talk about today is that of circular reasoning. Some may call circular reasoning also begging the question. Now, there's some subtlety as far as that is concerned. Some people would say that it's not begging the question. They're completely different fallacies. But for the purpose of this right now, you can use them interchangeably for now. As we move forward, we'll start to get a little deeper as far as the subtleties are concerned. So in the course of circular reasoning, what happens is where there is just repetition of the claim in a new way as your evidence. So here you have, you can't give me a C because I am an A student. This is circular reasoning because the evidence that's being used to support it just doesn't do it. Just insufficient. Because when you think about it, a person who's an A student earns A grades, and so that is what makes an A student an A student. In fact, you can argue back to the person who says you can't give me a C because I'm an A student. You can say, if you were an A student, you would have had an A. And so you got a C, and so that means that you're a C student. That is the evidence that actually supports the claim that you're making, not the other way around. When you look at the second example, you have this representative who cannot be guilty of accepting bribes because she's honest. All you've done is restate your claim in a have restated it in a different way. It's synonymous with each other. Buy the shampoo because it's the best shampoo. No, I'm not going to buy it because it's the best shampoo. I'm going to buy it because of the ingredients that it contains. I'm going to buy it because of the testimonials of people who've used it. I'm going to buy it because there are studies that have shown that it cleanses the hair well. Just saying that it's the best shampoo, no, it's just not going to get it. When you look at all these examples, the reasoning behind the conclusion is in doubt. Just because you claim something does not make it so. I'm beautiful because I'm beautiful. I'm so beautiful because I'm good looking. Oh, sigh, sigh, sigh. Not true. There is no evidence to support that claim. Just no evidence to support that claim at all. So those are the fallacies that we have gone over in fallacies of insufficiency, accuracy, as well as relevance. And so please stay tuned for the different types of evidence that support argument.